early hours of October 13th, 539 BC, 2,455 years before the miracle of the sun, Babylon's final communion excluded the God of Israel and welcomed its conquerors.
My gods! My gods! Why have you forsaken me, your king? Answer me!
In our previous episode, Mary and Ludwig were carried by Elijah's whirlwind to 562 BC Babylon, a kingdom simmering between memory and judgment. From a desert precipice high above the prideful city, Elijah related to our couple's day the disciples' Emmaus encounter with Jesus, Scripture opening to them and bread sustaining them. Like the blazing showdown at Carmel and the fiery trials that laid bare desertions at the cross, Elijah's fire revealed, just as Israel's desertion and Peter's denial,
I do not know him,
were revealed by a fire. Yet this fire purifies, transforming stony hearts of dross into hearts of gold reborn of love. There, the Todah sacrifice was unveiled. Thanksgiving after deliverance, a meal that becomes communion, a communion that becomes covenant. Elijah showed them how this ancient pattern finds its fulfillment in the one who is the true bread of life, and its Eucharistic reception that conquers, not by destroying, but by transforming from within. In the breaking of the bread, Elijah vanished, yet God's presence remained. Hearts burned, eyes were opened, and as dawn rose over the desert, our travelers understood God feeds his servants before sending them. But Babylon, forgetting Nebuchadnezzar's conversion, prepares a counter-feast. A chalice laid bare, an ominous sign crumbles to dust, and on the horizon Belshazzar, drunk with unquenchable pride, sips from the cup of wrath, unaware that the scales have tipped. Tables will be turned, golden treasure laid waste, and so the road bends toward Babylon's final night.
Eerie chanting, it's growing louder.
Babylon prepares its feast.
Great is Babylon! We drink tonight, for we are kings!
This doesn't feel like celebration. It feels like defiance.
Pride feasts on its own glory before the fall. For God opposes the proud, but bestows favor on the humble. 1 Peter 5:5.
I keep having to learn that one the hard way. Increase my faith, Lord.
St. Peter's letter continues, cast all your anxieties on the Lord, for he cares about you. Be sober, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour.
Like you did me before my restoration into truth, and God's blessing my life with you.
The demon had me too, a distracted lukewarmness that led to despair. Resist him, Peter warns, knowing that the same experience of suffering is required of your brotherhood throughout the world. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, establish, and strengthen you.
Comforting words, especially now.
Interestingly, the letter then refers to she who is at Babylon, who is likewise chosen, sends you greetings.
That's you! He prophesied of you, the chosen from the future, sending greetings to the past.
I've never met Peter, but wouldn't that be an intriguing twist? Then again, nothing surprises me anymore, for all things are possible to him who believes.
And here we are.
I've noticed, however, that in the original text, the chosen one in Babylon, a feminine term, actually refers to the Christian community, the ecclesia at Babylon, the code name for Rome in the book of Revelation.
Speaking of all things possible, including a tearing of kingdoms, look at that flag. Having been moved ahead in Babylon's timeline, I now recognize that flag. It represents its final days when Belshazzar, the son of Nabonidus, Nebuchadnezzar's son, in the sense of his heir, perhaps grandson, becomes regent in Babylon. The arrogant regent ruled the capital during the empire's decline.
Yes, Belshazzar, meaning the god Bel protect the king, held the throne when the final feast, described in Daniel 5, called down that disembodied hand that wrote Babylon's culminating condemnation upon the wall.
The many signs we have encountered on way to this place in time.
Belshazzar's use of Nebuchadnezzar's name and the stolen vessels from the Jerusalem temple underscored his claim to the Babylonian royal line as its final king, just before the empire's fall in 539 BC. It symbolizes the moment of divine judgment upon all proud empires and the languishing legacy of man's self-glorifying conquests. Stay on high alert for the violence that lies before us.
Lord, increase my faith.
Reverence expectorant, as all attention turns to him.
Bring forth the vessels of Jerusalem. Let Babylon drink from the spoils of their conquered God. He's desecrating the sacred.
The counter-feast commences.
Drink, O Babylon! Let the gods of gold and silver receive our praise.
As Elijah interpreted, communion unites in love. This, in gluttony and arrogance.
A feast of pride, a toast to greed and lust.
The meal of self that drinks what it bleeds and calls it glory.
Bread for your exalted Belshazzar, King of kings and Lord of lords, and his builders of the proud towers.
Dead leaven can't rise, nor can a kingdom built on it.
And a kingdom that cannot rise cannot stand. It's a brick, dead.
The bread, like the chalice you found, both hollow, both collapse, the spoiled and lifeless counter to the living bread that comes down from heaven.
Who let in that frightful air? Shut the doors! Lock them tight!
Mary,
The hand of God.
that giveth and taketh away. Blessed be the Lord of both mercy and justice.
The feast of mockery has drunk the wine of judgment.
Enchanters, Chaldeans, astrologers, and wise men of Babylon, what does it say?
No mortal king, no mortal king.
Numbered, weighed, divided.
Whoever reads this writing and shows me its interpretation shall be clothed with purple and have a chain of gold about his neck, and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom.
O king, live forever. Let not your thoughts alarm you. In your kingdom is a man with understanding and wisdom. like the gods. King Nebuchadnezzar made him chief of the magicians, enchanters, Chaldeans, and astrologers because in him was found an excellent spirit, knowledge and understanding to interpret dreams, explain riddles, and solve problems. Let this Daniel be called, and he will interpret.
Find him! Bring him to me immediately! Daniel, one of the exiles brought from Judah. If you can make known to me its interpretation, you shall be clothed with purple and have a chain of gold about your neck, and you shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. Your gifts be for another. Nevertheless, I will read the writing to the king and make known its interpretation. O king, the Most High God gave Nebuchadnezzar your father kingship and greatness and glory and majesty. But when his heart was lifted up in pride, he was deposed from his throne, and his glory was taken from him. He was driven from among men until he knew that the Most High God rules the kingdom of men and sets over it whom he will. And you, Belshazzar, have not humbled your heart, though you knew all this. You have lifted yourself against the Lord of heaven. You have desecrated the vessels of his house and praised gods of silver and gold, bronze, iron, wood, and stone, which do not see or hear or know. But the God in whose hand is your breath you have not honored. This is the writing inscribed: MENE, MENE, TEKEL, PARSIN. MENE, God has numbered the days of your kingdom and brought it to an end. TEKEL, you have been weighed in the balances and found wanting. Peres, your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Tonight Belshazzar will be slain, and Darius the Mede will receive the kingdom.
Elijah!
Your eyes were meant to witness their fall, but not they you.
The kingdom, the idols, the feast of pride, and stony hearts in rebellion.
Found wanting.
Come quickly and quietly.
What about Daniel?
He will be set over the whole kingdom. His enemies will set a trap, an ordinance, that for 30 days whoever petitions any god or man other than the king will be cast into the den of lions. The rest is history, the story you know.
Why have you forsaken me, your king? Answer me! Why have you forsaken me, your king? Answer me!
Their gods, their gods. That which hears not, saves not.
You have witnessed the mere underpinnings of the anti-Eucharist yet to come.
The feast of pride, the communion of self, the bread of death.
A mere taste of horrors you shall see. Before the victory.
Like Elijah's fire after the prophets of Baal fell silent, then were slain.
Like the afterglow of Chernobyl.
Like Sodom, the ashes of sin in every age.
As the remedy, the agape feast of the groom for his bride, his church, draws near.
To him be all praise and dominion forever.
The Eucharistic celebration brings life, Babylon's feast serves death. The Eucharist heals from within. Babylon fractures from without. The Eucharist blesses. Babylon curses. The Eucharist inspires perfection unto salvation. Babylon devours itself. And while stony hearts refuse the final offer to stay judgment's hand, a table unseen and unknown is being prepared, the table of plenty, set before us by the bread of life who saves.
From the breaking of the bread to the breaking of Babylon.
How different the two feasts. One opens eyes, the other blinds.
Come, share a moment in prayerful petition for poor souls forsaking eternity for that which crumbles to ashes. Then join me in refreshing your souls with new inspiration. Come, meet the first of your millennium to be canonized, a youth of the internet age, a herald of the Eucharist sent to prepare your generation.
A techie saint of the Eucharist? Wow, what's his name?
Carlo Acutis.
Our trio quietly prays for the unrepentant. They pray for their beloved Daniel, now older and tired. They thank the King of Kings, whose mercy shown to them is as vast as his majesty. If only sinners would come to him, for he refuses no one. Beyond their silhouettes, stars flicker like candles at the cathedral's high mass. A passing breath on the breeze is felt, the still, quiet voice that is the eternal love song, the voice that transforms and transports them. And so, as Babylon's embers fade into the night, another light begins to rise. Quiet, hidden, yet destined to blaze across a generation. For the God who judges with justice also raises up witnesses of mercy. And on the vigil of a miracle once written in the heavens, our travelers are carried toward a boy whose life will become a sign, a herald of the Eucharist for the dawning age.
Where are we?
Mary and Ludwig find themselves in a quiet room in Milan on the vigil of a miracle once written in the heavens. A young man, bright, joyful, unaware of how little time remains, bids his gaming friends an early good night. He closes the game and opens a folder on his desktop. Miracles of the Eucharist.
Yeah, I know. I just have so much to get done. I trust you guys to take the win. Ooh-rah! You can tell me all about it in class.
The glow of the screen lights the face of a boy whose love for God will soon light the world. Stay tuned.